But this here is on the mark. Like a spiral from a 5-star recruit, we throwing darts. Really focused. WD-40 couldn't stop the way we grinded. In the trenches, putting that work in. I relate to all my linemen. This is for the men. The boys do not belong here. Tiptoeing to the top. We doing cone drills. The hottest show in the world. You don't even gotta search. Steady putting in work. You see the sweat up on my shirt. They wasn't aware of us at first. We wasn't on their radar. Now every play that we make, they gon' say, "Oh, similar to a razor blade." We gon' stay sharp. The news ain't official if it's not on the mark.
What it do is Wednesday. You know we up right here from the Fishbone Radio Network, the On Your Mark Show, powered and sponsored by Epic Sports Apparel. You know, we're going to take you home on this drive home, but listen, we got a special guest in the building, one of the top junior running backs in the state of Texas, Jayshon Gibson, and his pops, Jayshon Gibson, man. But listen, shout out to all the fellas that signed today, man. Shout out to my guy, Cohen Brown, and my guy, Khalil Sonogo over at Mansfield Legacy. Shout out to all the guys that signed it on National Signing Day. But I reached out to these guys a couple of days ago. The reason I wanted to bring him on, because he's going to be in this position next year. You know what I'm saying? Signing as one of the top recruits in the 2027 class in the state of Texas. We're going to talk to him about his journey getting here, talk a little recruiting, and what you need to do as a parent, you know what I'm saying, to get these guys in a position. Then lastly, we're going to talk a little playoff football for sure. But, man, appreciate y'all joining us. Tap in, share this, like it, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, the On Your Mark Show YouTube channel. Man, appreciate y'all hopping in. How y'all doing tonight, man?
Man, feeling good, man. Happy to be here,
Man, for sure, man. First of all, congratulations on your season. You know what I'm saying? It's really been a 2-year body of work, but I think this year you really showed what we all was. You know, some of us already knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You've been kind of trending this way since the first time I met you, which was probably about 7th or 8th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you're doing it on the big stage on Friday nights. You put yourself on another pedestal, on another map this year. Talk about your season and just the Richland season overall.
Man, my season been going great. You know, this is the first year that I was like fully healthy. I got a chance to work out like crazy, be in a whole different offensive scheme, and then like as a team success, we did way better. Everybody counted us out, thinking we wasn't gonna make playoffs.
Right.
We had a 9-4 season this year. Everybody played great, played up to par.
Absolutely. Now, you wanted to do this a while back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go back a little bit. Your freshman and sophomore years, you kind of got a chance to play some defense. Mm-hmm. But Michael Turner was one of those guys. I know you guys were very close, and he was, you were the 1-2 punch for a little bit over at Richland. Talk about when you saw him kind of positioning himself, and then you kind of came in right behind him last year and kind of took the mantle for Richland as far as the running back position goes.
It was great being behind him because he gave me great wisdom, like me being able to see him at practice every day, going through the drill, see how he move, how he work out, how he go through plays and stuff. Like he doing everything fast paced, and he wasn't scared to like give me advice or criticize me on how I'm doing it, and like it just helped me for the better.
Man, well, listen, man, it's one of those things where you can see the proof is in the pudding. 233 carries, 2,263 yards, averaging almost 10 yards a carry, 41 tutties. And listen, great receiver out of the backfield. That means he's a 3-down back. He can get it done through the air, 5 touchdowns, 387 yards. We're talking about over 2,600 yards of total offense, 46 tutties on the year. That's a workman's load. At the 5A D1 level, that's one of the highest levels in the state of Texas. If you're not in Texas, you know what I'm saying, you got to come to a game in Texas and see this guy perform. This is one of the best players in the 2027 class, and that's the reason he's here today. Now, from a running back's perspective, what are some of the things that you kind of been working on, going into the year, as your junior year? This is one of those important years.
This year, I've been working on more of my balance, trying to bounce off tackles and stay up, not letting one man come down and hit me, and then I'm working on my breakaway speed. Once I'm gone, I'm gone. It shouldn't be I'm gone. Okay, I got to make sure I don't get caught.
Yeah, well, definitely you didn't get caught very often, you know what I'm saying? You had a couple of times where you went over 200, 300 yards in a playoff game down at Texas Tech, you know what I'm saying? That was big, you know what I mean? Talk about that feeling when you're in the zone like that.
And it was amazing. Me being on the field, getting ready for the game, pregame, looking around at the scenery, I can possibly play here. And that just motivated me to go all out that game, make a statement, let it be known that I deserve to be on the big stage.
Absolutely, you're gonna play on Saturday. This is the guy you're gonna see playing on Saturdays. Now, you're sitting at about 21 offers on the recruiting trail. Picked up a big one from Michigan recently, Texas Tech, TCU. You got these offers from schools. Tell me what they're gonna get when they get this guy on the field at the next level. Because dog, say it.
Who love to compete.
Yeah.
Not scared.
Yeah.
And somebody who gonna be a great team player, very energetic in the weight room, all around.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see it on the field. Man, shout out to your offensive line. I was at the ODY game, and I saw you guys kind of take over in that second quarter. You guys, have one of the better offensive lines in your district. And there's a reason, you got this type of stat line when it comes out at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Those guys, they toted the load. You know what I'm saying? You started the offseason already. So tell us what you guys, I know you had a tough loss last week to kind of send you guys home, but it's the offseason now. And you guys got a lot of young pieces, including yourself, coming back. What are the expectations for Richland coming into 26?
The expectation is to keep the standard, continue to work. And all the seniors, we all stepping up now. We know, we the big dogs now. We gotta help. So the standard right now is just to work and let's get it together. Absolutely,
man. I think the proof is in the pudding. Shout out to Coach Cates over there. Been doing it for a long time. And really, you know what I'm saying, you can chime in on this too, Dad. I was around when Rasheed Rice and all of those guys were playing over there, Trey Self. Yeah. This is not just it's a program now. It is. It's not something that Richland is a program. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that.
Man, it's a good program. It's really a program that people don't really think about.
I know.
So it's right. It's right there around everybody, but no one think about it.
Right.
And like I said, it's a good program. They've been winning. They've been going second, third round. So you basically gonna get 9-10 wins a season.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anything else is like icing on the cake. So, but you're gonna pretty much go to the playoffs, go 2 or 3 rounds deep. If you get that 4th round, it's real special.
Right.
So like I said, it's a good program, good kids, good environment. The whole faculty support. So like I said, he loved the school. So
Absolutely.
So it's just a lot of it's a whole community support. You come to our game and you got to find parking. You know what I'm saying? You got to find seats.
Yeah.
It's packed.
They travel well.
And everybody get there. I'm saying, the game starting at 7. You better get there about 6 o'clock. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
If you want to sit by your people.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yes.
Now let's go back a little bit. From the parents' perspective, and we talk about these things all the time. Of course, National Signing Day. Everybody wants to do that. But it's not the case for everybody. But the recruiting starts early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The early identification is something we talk about all the time. You guys have been through this, and with the camps, the workouts, specific training, and I'm saying this because I followed Jayshon since he was probably in the 7th, 8th grade, and I've known his dad for a while. But this is not something that just started today. Talk about that a little bit.
Man, this has been a long process. Like I said, even through Pee Wee,
right?
He been molded, and
right.
Even his buddies that played with him, that played for me, I tried to mold all of them.
Right.
So like I said, it's a long process, but man, you gotta stay the course.
Right.
Some people deter, but if you stay the course, it's gonna pay off.
Right.
Like I said, it's just been a grind, but at the end of the day, like I said, he's a year away from signing now.
Right.
So today was a special day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For people that we know,
right.
that he didn't play against and practice against and train with, that they signed today. But like I said, it's a special day. But just looking at that and say, man, I'm a year away.
A year away.
As soon as the game ended on last Friday, first thing he said, man, I'm a senior now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because your sport, and then ended. I'm a senior now.
Right.
So, it's just like I said, it's a lot of grind, man. But like I said, you got to stay the course. If you stay the course, it'll pay off.
Absolutely. Now, when you say stay the course, you started from a while back. Talk about some of the things that you tried to introduce him to, before he got to high school.
Okay. So basically what happened was, starting when he was younger, select ball.
Mm-hmm.
Competition.
Right.
Practice is harder than the game.
Right.
So we went through that portion of it. Then, like I said, the training, I used to do all the training.
Mm-hmm.
Train him and all his buddies and all the team. Train. We used to come out on Sundays, man, and work out under trees because it's too hot.
Right.
In the summertime. So,
right.
like a lot of training until they get to a point where they get to an age where you got to go get a professional.
Absolutely.
But like I said, so we put him in competition, a lot of training, putting around a lot of people. Even at home, working out, pushing him and his brother. I constantly made him. I buy dumbbells,
right.
push-ups, jump ropes.
Right.
Man, we do it. he do it all, seriously.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, people probably thought, man, he doing too much. But at the end of the day, look where we at now.
Right.
You know, so it wasn't too much.
Right.
So you look at, and I give anybody advice that need it, like push your kid, they're gonna love you for it later.
Right.
Because now he's happy.
Right.
Back then he was mad at me.
I know.
so now, man, it's like life is good. You
Already. Well, you know, it's the investment for now,
Yep.
for later. You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
you know, that's the reason, you know, I reached out to you guys because I know you're a year away from doing it. You know what I'm saying? And guys, parents, this is what you got to do. You got to invest now for later. You know what I'm saying? You got to take the long trips to those camps. You got to take the long trips to those early workouts. You know, outside of what you do at the high school, you have to have that. You know, the elite talent, let's just be honest, the elite guys are doing this. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that.
Man, even right now, they going to work at school, but he got to work at home when he get home.
Right.
He got so many push-ups. He got to do a couple of hundred a night. He do jump ropes to make his calves and his legs, make his balance every night. Like, it's just so much go into it. And then, man, people, like you said, you gotta pay. You gotta invest, basically.
Right.
He stretched. He stretched out. He gets stretched every Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So every Tuesday.
Shout out to my guy Jerry Outhouse Jr. I see y'all.
They both go to the same
I know
person.
it. I know it.
And man, she's a monster. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But like, I think she the one who made him survive the season.
Right.
Getting stretched out, getting your cryos, getting Epsom. Like I be telling kids now, they be sore. I'm like, man, do Epsom salt. Epsom salt, I ain't never heard that.
That's that old school stuff.
They don't even
don't know about it.
Don't even know
Yeah,
about
if you get that sprained ankle, that's the first thing you should be doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they don't even know.
Right.
Nobody never told them. The parents never told them. Or coach
Right.
never told them.
Right.
But like, it's just so much go into it. Like, you gotta invest, and if you don't invest, just talk to people.
Absolutely.
Because man, people will share information, and then you don't. Even if you're not talking, like a person like me, I post everything.
Absolutely, you
So
do.
if you see me take my son to a person who stretch him out and massages him, you think that might be good for you. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
absolutely.
it's working for him.
Right.
And it's working for little Jerry. You know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
like the proof is in the pudding again.
Yeah.
Once you say, but
Yeah.
man, it's like invest, and get. And like I said, once you get to a certain stage, like my son hit high school. And even in the 8th grade, 7th grade, I kind of backed off the training because he need to hear a different voice.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to stay focused. Still pops in their eyes.
Absolutely.
They need to hear that voice, make them straighten up and do what they're supposed
Right.
to do.
Right.
So, like, it's a lot of things. But if you invest now, it's going to come back tenfold.
Absolutely. And I think that's the key. You know, you mentioned, you know, only going on up to a certain point, and then, you know, you have to find the right village.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a village to get to this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, and you're mentioning it, you know, from the therapy to the cryo to the stretching. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people the yoga, you know what I'm saying, for elite runners and sprinters and things like that. You got to have loose hips.
You got to have the hips, man.
Yeah.
You got to have the hips.
That's important.
I mean, you get them hips right, your 40 going down.
Say less.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, ask him.
Yeah.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Get your hips loose. Hips used to be tight.
Yeah.
He started power clean, doing that heavy weight. And loosening his hips up and everything. And 40
Right.
down.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Get them hips right, and you're gonna run fast.
Man, for sure, man. And I think that's the big thing that, you know, maybe people don't understand is you have to do all of these things to get to where you want to be.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants to get that limelight. They want to play in the big stadiums. They want to play for the big school. But you're going to do the dog stuff on and off the field to get there. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
You got to eat right. He had a problem with cramping bad.
Mm-hmm.
We changed his diet. No more cramps.
Right.
He still drink his pickle juice and stuff at games, but nothing that's holding him out of the game.
Right.
He's going to play the whole game. He's going to be ready when his number called.
For sure.
But he was at a point where, man, I'm talking about just full body cramps.
Right.
But
like
we changed the
3
diet.
hours straight almost.
Yeah.
It's bad. Like my whole body is shut down.
Right.
But changed the diet, and like I said, man, we survived the whole season.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely that's you know, one reason that, you know, I reached out to you guys because I know you're gonna be at this point next year, and this is for the underclassmen parents. You know, even you know, 2030 and 2031, they need to hear this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to get that. They want to take the pictures. They want to, you know, make that signing on their pen. But what are you gonna do to get here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it takes more than that. You know what I'm saying?
It takes it, man. And it takes communicating like a village, man, like you
Yeah.
said. And you're going to have to pay some funds.
Absolutely.
You're going to have to. It's just part of it. But at the same time, it's going to come out. It's a full circle.
Right.
It's going to come back.
Right.
Because like I said, what the day and age now, NIL and everything's going to come back.
Yeah.
So spend the money now, get
Yeah.
it back later. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, enjoy after they at where they need to be at
Absolutely.
school or whatever. But like I said, invest in your kid.
Yeah.
Not with just money, but with your time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, if the training's in Dallas or in Frisco,
You got to go.
You need to get to Dallas and Frisco.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So if it's in DeSoto, get there.
You got to get there.
Man, like no ifs, ands, or buts about
Right.
it. And then, even like I said, at night, it doesn't take any time to say, hey, push-ups. Hey, jump ropes. Hey, are you drinking fluids? Hey,
Right.
what you eat today? Hey, you
Right.
need to eat one more time before you go to bed.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff is what goes on in the
Right.
household. You know,
Right.
My wife be on it too. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you take your vitamins.
Yeah.
Did you do this?
Right.
Did you do that? Like,
Right.
hey man, it takes a village.
Absolutely.
She make his water.
Yeah.
We want it empty when they come back home.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
So it takes a lot. So
Yeah.
but at the same time, man, as long as you do that and stay that course, it's gonna pay off because there's so much talent in DFW. There's so many kids.
It's
that
the-
I didn't
it's-
cross
it's
paths
the
with
Mecca,
and
bro.
seen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, but it depends on who's investing the time and the money. It's so
Absolutely.
many kids with talent, but
Yeah.
time and money would make it shine.
Yeah.
You know, so parents, invest in your kids, time and money.
Yeah.
And some of these coaches, man, these trainers, they will work with you.
Right.
Talk to them, explain your situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's saying like they will take care of you and help you. And like I said, you give them shout outs and you send people to them.
Right.
And it'll work itself out.
Right.
You know, so communicate, time, money.
Absolutely. Now, Jayshon, some of these things that he's mentioned, you know, it's just, you have to take ownership for that. However, you kind of, you know, he mentioned you changed your eating. That's discipline. That's staying, you know, steadfast and structured to what you do because you know what you want. You know where you want to go, but you got to do those things to get there.
Yes, sir. I think the biggest thing was like knowing how much it helped me. So stay the course and be doing what I'm supposed to do, and it just helped me in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. Now, you mentioned having to take that hands-off approach once he got to a certain level.
Yep.
How did you go about? Because you have to do research, and you have to,
Yep.
you know, as a coach, you know, we all think that, you know, we know the old and all, but sometimes you have to stay back. I think that takes a maturity in itself. You have to step back and let others kind of go in and feed into him as well.
Yeah, you have to. Because like I said, man, you'd be surprised how many people have your best interest of your child.
Absolutely.
Everybody's not trying to, you know what I'm saying, bring them down.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who really believe in your kids,
Absolutely.
your friends, you know what I'm saying, kids, the people you didn't grow up with believe in your kid just as much as you do.
Right.
So, you know, you're going to go through some trainers.
Right.
You're going to learn, you know what I'm saying, but like I said, because sometimes you don't even know position your kid going to play.
Absolutely.
So you're still trying to figure that out.
Right.
So now you train on a variety of things.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of things you're going to go through, but at the same time, just stick to it.
Right.
Stick to it, believe in your kid, push them. And like I said, they will, man, be there, talk to them, and they'll buy in.
Absolutely. The buy-in is the key. You mentioned communication, you know, as your family, as your village, you know, those all, you know, you're trying to lift him up to get somewhere.
Yes.
But you got to be able to communicate and do those things in order for him to be successful.
Yep. You got to, man. Like I said, anybody going to believe in your kid more than you.
Right.
So, like I said, we knew he was special. I thought his older brother was special, but he quit playing.
Right.
He's working and stuff, but at the same time, I knew what my son can do. I believe in him. Me and my
Right.
wife believe in him.
Right.
So, we're going to push him and I always just tell him, he'd be mad at me. I said, man, I'm pushing you to greatness.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about he'd be mad and stomping and I just push you to greatness. You know? Hey, man, go do 200 push-ups at night. He mad. I push you to greatness, man.
Right. Right.
You know, I'm gonna push you there, and you're gonna appreciate it.
Right.
You know,
Well,
so,
it's all paying off now because, I mean, you, like I said, you had a monster season. In DFW, you in the top 2 or 3 in rushing. You know what I'm saying? If not number 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? And you know, every week they game planning for you. You know, now you're the guy that with the bullseye on his name. You know, most guys that wear number 1, they got something. You can't wear number 1 and not be a guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's on the film. You know what I'm saying? They game planning for you now, so you have to go to extra effort, like he's saying, to do it. You know what I mean? And then you guys had a great season as well. But you know, the things that you have to do, and that's the reason we had one of the top players in the state of Texas on today. Parents, the off season is here. You know, what are you doing in the off season to get better?
It's time
you know
to
what
go
I'm
right
saying?
now.
It's time to go.
Right
Talk
now,
about it.
Right now. Ain't no time off. Like, even some of his teammates, and I was like, hey, what are you doing right now?
Yeah.
You take a couple of breaks off? Nah, coach, I'm working on Saturday.
Right.
Now, we just lost on Friday.
Right.
You know, I'm going back to work on Saturday. The next day, I'm going back to work.
Right.
Like, because you want them O's, you know what I'm saying? You want them offers, so, and you know where you want to be at, go to work.
Right.
Go to work and get busy.
Yeah.
Like I said, at the end of the day, I always say this too, to me and my buddies, we all talk about it. he'd been worked out so many hours put in, you can stop and people won't catch up.
Right.
Because so many hours been put in for over the years.
For
so
sure.
much time that you can stop and people still won't catch up to it.
No doubt. No doubt.
So it's one of those things. Work, man.
Right. Right. Well, the work is what you know, has you to shine on Friday nights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then the things you do in the off season, you know, the 7-on-7, the camps, the you know, the stuff you do with you know, your running back coaches and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's all what goes into you shining on Friday nights. You know what I'm saying? I think what really separates you is the ability to catch the football out of the backfield. You know what I'm saying? I saw you take a screen pass when your quarterback tossed it to you, leaped over a guy at ODY, you know what I'm saying, and then you came out, you almost scored, you know what I'm saying, but that's the difference, and that's what separates, you know, you have to have that, and people, you know, when you're doing that as a parent, you have to understand that there's levels to it, you know what I'm saying. Talk about that a little bit.
Man, like we came into the season, we wanted hands, wanted to be in the passing game,
right,
and breakaway speed,
right.
So look, what we did was
all that's on film. You got to click it now.
And what we did was we worked on that. Even with his running back coach, he had a session of passing,
right,
catching the ball, running routes. Then we worked on heels with a vest on.
Right.
He out there, I make him run up the hill. I make him backpedal up the hill. I make him shuffle up the hill.
Right.
Building those
the glutes,
hip flex,
absolutely,
building everything.
Yeah.
So, but once we came off the hill. It was daylight. It was daylight.
Yeah.
Everything, you know, going to camps and everything, it was daylight. Even the time, everything went down, you know.
Right.
Like I say, and it's so cool because you can see, you see your work put in. Like I say, he dropped down to 4.5. What you run at first? It was 4.58 or something you running. Then hit them heels, went up to Tech, 4.46, 4.47,
right.
4.48.
Right.
Yeah, they made him run 3 because they didn't believe it.
Right.
You know, it's just a point of like, put the work in. It's gonna come. Right. I had a kid text me today, man. Coach, I need to get faster. Get you a vest and get on that hill. Right. Get you a vest and get on that hill and work, man. Right. You know, I don't know no speed coaches right now. Yeah. But man, you do your part. Just get on the hill and get you a vest. Right. You know? Right. So it's one of those things, man. Just like if you see your weaknesses, go after it. Right. We knew he wanted to be, because we know we throw the ball over there. Absolutely. So he wanted to be in it. He don't want to be coming off the field. When they go 5 wide, he going 5 wide. He going 5 wide right with him. Yeah, I saw it with my own eyes. So we worked on that. You know, worked on them hands. Right. You see it, man. Like I say, all the catches and the touchdowns with it, out the backfield. He's a threat out the backfield. So right. Even when we get those calls from these schools, man, the first thing they talk about, man, you're a 3-down back. We ain't got to bring you off the field. Right. And that's all they say. Everybody say the same thing. Yeah. You don't have to come off the field. Nope. You know, we seen you pass block, we seen you run between the tackles, and we seen you catch the ball. Right. So that's good when you knowing that's what you worked on and you've been working on for years, and for coaches to call you and say the same thing. Right. They seeing your same vision. Right. Every down back. Right. You know, so. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you're looking for. You know, multi-sport athlete as well, multi-positional. Yeah. Coming into that, you know, I just left a press conference today, and the head coach said that. You know what I'm saying? They like multi-positional, multi-sport athletes. Yeah. Now, eventually, you're going to shake out to one or the other. Yeah. But you got to be able to have that. And that starts, you know, I know it starts with the Little League. Yep. You know, you playing multiple positions. Yep. Then when you get to high school, you let that shake out. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Playing multiple sports as well. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You can't limit that. You know what I'm saying? That's something you have to look at. And then as a younger player, a freshman or so like that, man, let these coaches let you play both sides. Absolutely. Enjoy that while you can. Because the defense gonna help the offense gonna help the defense. Right. Enjoy. I didn't heard freshman parents, nah, my son is so and so. Let him play both sides. Right. Do not stop that. Right. You get better with reps. Right. And so when you jump in the process, you killing the process that quick. Yeah. Being too much. Right. Because all the kids on even on his freshman team, you know what I'm saying, they all played both ways. Like he was on the freshman team with John. Mm-hmm. The number 1 player in the state of Texas, pretty much top 5 in the nation. Right. But they all was on the same freshman team. They all played both ways. Right. You know what I'm saying? It helps. Right. Big time. You know, so you need that. Like, you got so many kids, man, like they'll jump out there early. He's a safety. He's a receiver. He's not playing corner. Why not? Let him play corner. Right. You're going to help him at receiver. Right. You know, so it's one of those things. It's like you got to just look at the bigger picture. Mm-hmm. You know, when you start getting on the varsity level, you're going to play one side. Mm-hmm. Unless they just need you, then you're dibble and dab on both sides. But man, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it, because all they're doing, you think you knowing what their position is, you really don't know.
No.
I see kids right now signing as a DB, but Pee Wee was a running back.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
he a top DB.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
you just never know. You
Right.
might playing that freshman, and then that coach, you caught the coach eye at corner, like,
Yeah.
I think I want him at corner than running back. And
No
now,
doubt.
Now you go a power forward cornerback.
Right.
Blessing.
I mean, and that's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? You can't limit yourself right away. You know what I'm saying? Eventually it's going to shake out one way or another, and you have to show that on that. But, put it on tape, put it on film, put it in front of everybody, and then you make the decision when you get there. You know what I'm saying?
You just never know. You may just get comfortable yourself.
You might.
You be like, man, I don't want to play a position, but then I kind of like it.
Right. Yeah, no doubt.
Then you kind of like it, then you know you're going to thrive because you want it now.
Right.
I ain't never think about that, but
Right.
I like that.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the recruiting process a little bit. It started out, kind of slow, but it's picked up. You know what I'm saying? Talk about that and what you tried to do to get him in front of the right people to see him, the exposure piece.
Okay. And what I did was when we first got his 8th grade year going to high school, we jumped out on the big stage. First count, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just put him out there. Like, I know he was too small for them to be looking at.
Yeah.
But at the same time, get him in familiar with that environment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then we jumped on some more big camps. Like, get him involved. I've heard people all the time say, I'm going to wait till he's ready. No. How you going to wait till he's ready when he's not he's going through the process?
Right.
You got to get comfortable in that environment before he can shine in that environment.
Right.
So I jumped out of there with Texas, all these kids everywhere. Then we jumped out we went to, like, TCUs and some more.
Yeah, then went to TCU Med Camp next.
Med
Right.
camp, young boy, but around all the older kids, but you got to jump out there,
Right.
get them familiar. But with me, with the recruiting, I put them in their face, let them get comfortable. But then, even as a freshman, man, I'm DMing coaches. I did DM so many coaches. And I even tell my friends and people I call my family right now, DM these coaches and don't get discouraged. And you send out 20 and nobody look. Don't get discouraged. Keep DMing, because all it takes is one. And then if you DM them and they don't look, man, you did your part. You feel good as a parent that I did my part for my son.
Right.
So I didn't DM probably 500 so DMs or so.
Right.
But I don't even matter. Even now at his point with 21 offers, I still get up I do it on Sunday mornings. Because I say they play on Saturdays, they on their phones and coffee on Sunday mornings.
Right.
And I'm DMing.
Right.
I'll be up at 6 o'clock in the morning with my dogs. I'll be up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Lay back in the chair and I'm DMing. And he be like, man, you just sent all this from my account. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on
Right.
it.
Right.
It's non-stop.
Right.
Because like I said, all it takes is one or two people to look. And if they don't get discouraged, just keep going.
Absolutely.
Then you start learning, okay, I need to DM the personnel guy. Okay, I need to do the assistant running back coach. Okay, I just DM them.
Right.
And don't be just specific in Texas neither.
Right.
Get outside of Texas, because we got 1 million kids here in Texas.
Right.
So get those Oklahomas and Arizonas and DM those coaches.
Yeah.
Louisianas and all that New Mexico,
Yeah.
DM those coaches.
Right.
Because like I said, all it takes is one. And with one drop, another coach is going to look and see that one and drop, and
Yeah.
open their eyes up, and here you go.
Right.
So-
Right. I mean, that's what you have to do from the parents' perspective. You know what I'm saying? And be involved in it.
Be involved.
You know what I'm
in it.
saying?
Be
And
involved in it.
communicate with each other so that that's what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait on just what the high school coaches do, because they got 600 kids to worry about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to focus on what's going for you. You know what I'm saying?
You got to think with him, man. His first 2 offers, he hadn't even played a varsity down yet.
Right.
So and that's us out there getting it at the camps,
Right.
going, getting ready, preparing,
Right.
showing. And then I did this one thing I did too. I told him, I said, we're gonna get your body right. So you ain't gonna be the tallest kid. We know that already.
Right.
So we know everybody go off of size and height.
Right.
Let's get that body right.
Right.
So now we showed up at camps. He muscled up.
Right.
Our coach's eyes going crazy. Everybody going crazy. They want to see. Now
Right.
he's moving because he's a gym rat, and we always did drill.
Right.
So you can't put him in a running back drill without him already knowing the drill.
Right.
So he flying through it, catching the ball, doing this, that, and other.
Yeah.
Awful. I ain't never touched the varsity field yet, but
Yeah.
they telling us like, hey man, I see it.
Yeah.
Like Coach Smith at TCU, I see it.
Yeah.
He ain't played varsity. I see it.
Yeah.
You ain't got to. You don't got. I know what I see, and I see it right now.
Right.
So it's one of those things. Like, man, if just build yourself up for that look that they looking for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you ain't 6 foot, get that body right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get that body right. Get that 40 down.
Right.
So you finding what they want.
Right.
In players.
Right.
And then you go after it.
Absolutely.
So that's what we did.
Well, putting them in a competitive environment early, I think is key. You know what I'm saying, and sticking to that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying. It's like back in the day when they learned they taught you how to swim.
Yep.
You throw them in the deep end, you sink or swim. And then, the cream rises to the top anyway. Man. You know what I'm saying? And when you're around that, but, I mean, you've been around, your Little League career and things that you did before you got to high school. Yep. You were always with the competitive people anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you knew that environment. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But talk about the support that you've had from your family, your village that's been around you, how that's helped you to get where you are today.
Man, the support that I had has been crazy. Like, family been pushing me. From my dad all the way down to my brother. My brother pushed me too. He always told me stay consistent, do this. My trainer, he helps me. He critiques me and stuff, give me advice of how I can do or what I can do on certain plays and what I can read.
Right.
My coaching staff, they help me a lot. They always encourage me and pushing me.
Right.
Help me do better and be a better me.
Yeah.
So I think my village has played like a big part in everything.
Right. Well, I mean, this is what it's all about when it comes to getting to this point, which you'll be at next year. Everybody wants to be on early signing day, but what you going to do to get there? You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to have him come on, because I know where he's going, and he's going to be at this point next year. We're going to talk about wherever he's going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So tell me what you're looking for in a school.
What I'm looking for in the school right now is relationship. Relationship is like the biggest thing right now. I'm looking at offensive scheme. Like, are you more run heavy? Are you can you do like run in pass or more pass game?
Right.
I'm looking also at like academically, like how is the school? How can I fit in? Do they got the major that I like to major in? I'm also looking at development too. Like, like what coaches produce. Yeah. And like who all have they produced.
Right. Now you mentioned academics. That's one big key thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looks at all these offers, but you got to be accepted to school first. You know what I'm saying? The academics play a strong piece in that. Talk about how you try to balance that with on the field, off the field.
Try to balance it by, like, to be good on the field, to be able to play, you got to have good grades. You got to be able to pay attention, do your work, turn in your work on time, being last, pay attention and stuff. Like, it's a lot that go into it instead of just being on the field playing.
Yeah. I mean, that's an important key piece, and the more you understand that, you know what I'm saying, the better you're going to be off in the long run, because you have to get accepted to the school to accept their money, to accept the scholarship, to accept the housing. All of those things go into it. They don't talk about that when you know what I'm saying, running for a 70-yard touchdown on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? They don't see all that. Man. They just see the what's happening, the output, the end result. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Then these schools are calling, man. They ask for transcripts.
Say less.
They asked me.
Yeah.
And they didn't call the school. They asked the school. They want some transcripts.
Right.
And then the transcript looking right, you get that. You know what I'm saying? You get that offer, but like they ask for transcripts. So,
absolutely.
like I said, he get tired of me. I'm like, man, get your work in. Get everything done. I said, it's like a recording.
Right.
But I don't even know if he behind or not. I'm just saying it.
Right. Yeah.
Because that's what I do. I just automatically gonna repeat. I'm gonna repeat it. It's like programming.
Yeah.
So I'm always gonna say, hey, stay on your books. Make sure everything turned in.
Yeah.
It's like a recording, bro.
Right.
And I stay on
Right.
it.
Well, I mean, that's the reason he's where he is now. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best in the state. You know what I'm saying? And leading this 27 class, they about to be seniors in January. You know what I'm saying? Once the calendar flip, they're going to be seniors. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we can't go nowhere without talking about a little high school football. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get that. We're going to get y'all in the mix. You know what I'm saying? The playoffs are still rolling. We're in round 4, regional finals. We're going to start out with the big one. One of the big ones, Duncanville, Waxahachie. I know y'all know these teams. You know players on these teams. Yeah. Coach, I'm going to start with you. Tell me what you think about this game.
Duncanville, Waxahachie?
Yes, sir.
Man, it's going to be, that's going to be the game. That's
right.
That one of my, every game this weekend.
Dope.
But it's so crazy. Like, I like Waxahachie. I got kids at Waxahachie. We got kids over there at Duncanville.
Absolutely.
Man, I don't think make me worry about Duncanville is quarterback play.
Okay.
I didn't seen too many videos of Wildcat.
Right.
And that's tough.
Ain't nobody talking about that. We gonna talk about that though. Go ahead, I'm listening. Yeah.
But so that's tough. Yeah. So, but like I said, I like Waxahachie. I like Duncanville because I got kids that I didn't coach on both of those squads. But it's gonna be a good game, man. But I think it's gonna come down to some quarterback play
for sure. On both sides.
Because at this stage, you got to have that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be running Wildcat in the middle of the field.
Right.
it ain't gonna get it.
Right.
So we're
Right.
gonna see. I ain't saying who winning or losing.
No. We ain't talking about that. We just talking about the game in general.
I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the game in general. But like I said, you got to have some quarterback play
for sure. At this stage in the playoffs, your quarterback play has to be a leader. You can look at every team that's in there; they got a quarterback that can get it done.
Yeah.
Fast, what you think?
I think it's gonna be a dogfight.
Okay.
I think it's gonna come down to who defense hold up.
Say less. Yeah,
That's
I think so too. But these teams, it was 28-27. I was at this particular game. It was in Waxahachie.
Yep.
Special teams came into play. You know what I'm saying? Davis had a 2-point. They blocked the kick, returned it for 2. Jordan Smith took a kickoff back, and then Duncanville missed the extra point.
Yep.
That was the 3 points that made up, and they ended up winning the game coming back. But to your point, Duncanville's offense has changed since then. You know what I'm saying? They've gone, and Waxahachie has as well.
Yep.
Run heavy. Taylor Strange has been playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Taylor Strange.
Yep.
I think that's the difference in Waxahachie this year. They're a little bit more physical when it comes to the run game.
Yeah.
Their defense is playing well. They got guys in your class that's coming back as well.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to be there next year. So does Duncanville. You know what I'm saying? So both of these teams could be even better next year.
Yep.
But I think it's going to come down to who execute on special teams the best. Because that's what the difference in the game was last year. Who controls the offensive line and defensive line of scrimmage? That was the key last year.
Yep.
I mean, last time they met. And it's hard to beat a team twice. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard. And like I say, it just at this stage, man, you gotta spread the field.
Mm.
You know, and it's gonna be interesting just to see. I think it's gonna be a dog.
It's going to be a dog fight.
I think it's gonna be a dog fight because, like I said, we know the talent of Duncanville.
No doubt.
Man, it's
No doubt.
loaded.
And you know, I'm not speaking for Duncanville, but just knowing that culture, they're a little upset about what happened last time.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's gonna be interesting because will Waxahachie lose by?
To DeSoto?
I'm saying, but now will Waxahachie lose to Direct Height?
Right. I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see. That's why they play the game. That's at 3:00 in Midlothian. You know what I'm saying? Now let's go up a little further north, man. North Crowley Allen. They've been on a collision course all year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another good one.
That's another good one. You know what I'm saying? Like I wish I had 6 of me so I could be at all 6 games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think Allen has got something to prove here. You know, they went wire to wire this year. They beat a good Prosper team.
Yep.
You know, they beat some pretty good teams going here. But I think, the quarterback play there has gotten great.
Yeah.
Shout out to my guy Caleb Smith. He wasn't there last year. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big difference.
Yeah.
That defense is playing well. You know what I'm saying? And LeBron Bauer's playing out of his mind. I don't know if everybody know that the corner. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this one a little bit.
But man, this one's gonna be interesting.
Now, before you can start, North Crowley running game. You know what I'm saying? It's out. They got 2,000-yard rushers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know they got the big play guy in Demarion Mays. They got my guy Hayden Green and some of those receivers. My guy Jeremy Cooper as well.
Yep.
And they got the number 1 tackle in Turn Time.
Turn time. Yep.
But
it's gonna be
go ahead.
interesting.
Go ahead.
Just because, to me, both got elite defenses.
They do.
Both of them.
Yeah.
It's gonna come down to the offense.
Okay. All right.
And who's gonna make a play?
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see the quarterback play on both sides.
Absolutely.
We know North Crowley gonna run the ball.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna know Allen gonna try to run the ball.
Yeah.
But who's gonna make plays in the passing game?
Right.
Both of them got elite DBs.
Elite. Yep.
Interesting game.
I mean, you could almost flip a coin. You know what I'm saying? Man, if they had prize picks in high school, it'd be crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
interesting game.
Interesting game.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Fats, what you think?
I agree.
That's all you gonna say about it? Man, well, I think it's gonna come down to trench play, and shout out to Coach Gates, Coach Harris, and Coach White, and them my guys over there. Gates got a little riverboat gambling in him. You know what I'm saying?
He's a ultimate motivator.
Yeah.
The kids will come out their hair on fire.
Yeah.
They won't come out ready to run through a brick wall.
Absolutely.
So, and talking about that part of it, is Allen gonna be able to take that energy,
right?
Because
he gonna turn up.
Because North Crowley gonna come.
They gonna turn up.
They gonna come.
They gonna turn up.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
So he gonna have them ready to run through run through a brick wall.
Right.
Can Allen sustain that?
Right.
So it's gonna be real interesting to see.
Well, I think also, this is one of those things where, it's gonna be dog eat dog and dog on dog. You know what I'm saying? If I had to just, if I had to lean one way, I'd lean towards North Crowley because I've seen enough of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've seen Allen as well. I think this is going to be, one of those ice tub games. You know what I'm saying? Like, boys going to be bruised up after this. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be physical. I can't pick it because I got a kid that played for me on Allen team. I got kids
no
that play
doubt.
for me on
No
North
doubt.
Crowley team.
No doubt.
It's tough to even look at it that way, but I'm just like, man, it's going to be a physical game.
Right.
Who's going to make a play?
Yeah.
You know, because like on Coos, the offense has got to be, they got to bring it.
They got to bring it.
Because like I said, both defense are elite.
Yeah. I think who wins the turnover battle on that one too as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a big one. Now this other one, you know what I'm saying? South Lake Carroll guy, I know y'all know guys on both teams as well. You know what I'm saying? South Lake Carroll, from wire to wire has been the number one team in the state in 6A. Probably one of the best offenses in the country. Forget about just Texas. You know what I'm saying? They got some elite wide receivers, elite offensive linemen, elite quarterback, 2 elite running backs, and a defense that's nasty. You know what I'm saying? Coach, what you think about that? Guys got one of the best 27. They got some of the best 27s in the state. You know what I'm saying? They loaded as well.
They D-line
ridiculous. But I think Carter Morgan has been at peace, the sophomore quarterback that's been playing out of his mind.
Man, been playing crazy.
Go ahead.
Like, man, that's going to be a game. But South Lake Carroll is like a well-oiled machine. That's all I can say. The well-oiled machine. It's going to be interesting, but well-oiled machine, like I said, you got to have elite quarterback play.
Yeah.
Spread the ball. They got to spread the ball, run game, big-time receivers. Ohio State commit, signee. Well-oiled machine.
Right.
That's all I can say.
Right.
So it's going to be a dogfight, but at the end of the day, you talking about somebody who got a system, real-life system.
That's God.
Not depending on a young quarterback and things like that. So it's going to be interesting.
Right. I think they're going to have to get to the quarterback in order to rattle them. You know what I'm saying? They got the guys that can get there, but can they get there? That's the key. And they can control the clock with Cobbs, you know what I'm saying, in the run game. You know what I'm saying? Fast, what you think?
I'm leaning more towards South Lake on this one.
Okay.
I think South Lake going to pull it off. They good on, like, all cylinders of the field.
Right.
Being honest, the offense, defense, they both complement each other.
Right.
And they a team who consistent to, like, have, like, minimal mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, discipline, and they play to the whistle.
We kind of know South Lake because we didn't scrimmage them in
For
7 like 4 or 5 times.
Right.
So we didn't seen them, let that ball go.
Right.
So they are a well-oiled machine on offense.
Yeah.
So like I said, and they got some big-time receivers that
Right.
go up and get the ball. They
Right.
ain't gonna ride the fall. They gonna go get it.
Yeah, they're going to go get it.
So and they got a big-time tight end too.
Yes, sir.
So like it's a lot you got to deal with.
It's a lot you got to deal with. You know what I'm saying? But this is where Guy met the end last year. So they been looking forward to this one. You know what I'm saying? Now DeSoto and Willis, you know what I'm saying? Down at Baylor, this is interesting as well. Shout out to my guy Sarad Baker. You know, everything goes through Sarad Baker. You know what I'm saying? Right along the same, y'all both have had excellent years. You know what I'm saying? Same class. But Willis has got a guy. You know what I'm saying?
We know him too.
I know you know him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Jermaine Bishop, who had a phenomenal game last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is going to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? But I think the physicality that DeSoto is going to bring to this game may be the difference. Now, Dejon Moore for Willis had a phenomenal game on both sides in the trenches last week. But they're going to have 2 or 3 Dejon Moores to deal with that DeSoto offensive line.
Me, I'm going with my family.
No doubt.
That's DeSoto. You know, I got family over there, so man, like I say, Booby, that's my family.
Shout out
nephew.
to Booby.
That's my nephew.
Yes, sir.
And like I say, Sarad, that's my guy. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like man, it ain't Chico, the left tackle. I got so many over there. Legend.
Yeah.
That quarterback. Now
Absolutely.
we got so many over there, so that we rocking with them.
Right.
Know? But like I just don't see one person beating them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it get to that point, Sarad, you go to linebacker too.
No doubt.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
he can do
we
it.
ain't playing no games.
Right.
So at the end of the day, Booby, get on defense. Sarad,
he already doing it.
He already do it. But like
Yeah.
I said, when it come down to it, ain't no one man finna beat us.
Right.
And I don't think no one man finna beat DeSoto.
Well, I think, his offensive output, we're talking about Jermaine Bishop Jr., was great last week, but his ability to tackle, every time J.O. got ready to raise up, and I know y'all know J.O. well, Javion Osborne, he was right there on the tackle. You know what I'm saying? If he's not there, J.O. got 4-5 tutties. You know what I'm saying? That was the key to the game to me.
But playing Forney and playing
Two different
Soto,
things.
because you got Booby out wide, you got Saraj.
Antron.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's just so much you got to
Right.
worry about. When you playing against Forney, they was just keying on J.O.
Yeah.
So it's so much other to worry about.
Right.
Ain't no cheating to a side. Ain't no cheating to this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go there and line up on Boo way out past the numbers. Then here
Yeah.
goes Saraj going through the middle, going in for house for 80 yards.
Absolutely.
You know, so ain't no cheating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
we got to see.
Absolutely. Quick question. Shout out to my guy, Jamar Robbins. You know what I'm saying? That Mad Hustle podcast, it should be on here a little bit, straight out of H-Town. But they want to know Booby versus Bishop. What y'all think?
That's a good matchup.
Good matchup.
I think I got Booby on this.
Okay. Okay.
That's my nephew.
Already.
So I go with family. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I go with family, man.
Right,
We
yeah.
know Bishop well.
I know you
You know
do.
what I'm saying? Through
Yeah.
all the little select balls.
Absolutely.
So we know him well. But like
Yeah.
I said, at the end of the day, I got to pick family. And
No
like
doubt.
I said, I know what Booby going to bring to the table. And the thing with Booby is he gets so hyped up.
Crazy.
He ready to rock.
He
right
ready
now.
to rock right now.
They can go play tonight at 11 o'clock.
And he going to be ready.
He going to be ready.
Put the headlights on.
He going to be ready.
He gonna be
'cause
ready.
He know Bishop over there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
It's gonna be a game.
That's a paid match. You got to pay to see.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? If you're lucky enough to get in there free, you know what I'm saying? You know, I get in these things kind of free. You know what I'm saying? All right, I know this one's going to touch home. You know what I'm saying? You got Ryan, you got Alito. You guys have seen these teams.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Y'all have seen these teams. You know what I'm saying?
I got family on Alito, man.
Okay.
Number 90, man. Number 90, the monster.
Yes,
In
sir.
the middle.
Yes, sir.
Time and Meeks, man.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Big Time. And he
we-
coming through this year.
Man, we're going to be there supporting him.
Okay.
You know, like I say,
Yeah.
I just think they both got elite defenses.
Elite.
But I just give more of an edge to Alito's scheme. and
Okay.
They did. I think I lean more to their defensive line too. I know both of them got elite defensive line,
Right.
but I think Alito defensive line complement each other so well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they scheme and then the
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a good one, but I
Yeah.
think it ain't gonna be as close as the 15-14. I don't think.
Well, then, before I toss it to you, Fast, they have never beaten Den Ryan in the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's the
that's the thing.
That's the thing that's in the room that maybe not a lot of people talk about. You know what I'm saying? Fast, go ahead. Tell me what you think.
I got Alito on this.
Okay, say less.
I got Alito. Alito is like a well-rounded team.
Yeah,
D-line to linebackers to
Yeah.
safeties. Everybody play their position, know
Right.
what they're doing.
right.
And it's like everybody play together.
Yeah,
Like that was like one of the only games this year where even though we in the backfield, defense communicating like crazy.
yeah,
The middle linebacker getting on the D-line because he's
Right.
not getting the play call.
right,
Like they not telling him where they lined up at so he can call the play for everybody else.
Right.
So like they was the only team who did that. So I think
Yeah.
them having that communication and them being able to move the ball and stuff, I think they gonna come out with this one.
Well, you know who hadn't really went crazy yet, been kind of flying on the radar is Caden Finley.
Oh yeah.
I think this might be a game where he go
But at
off.
the same time, Den Ryan got the big time cornerback that's going to Arizona.
I know.
He's 3, 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So man, that's a nice
Chess piece matchup.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, real quick, Frisco Lone Star and Highland Park.
Man, I got to go with my boy Hope, man.
Shout out to Reese Hope. It's Reese Hope.
Boy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I say, he a bad man, but
Yeah.
I know they got Groves in the quarterback. But
Yeah.
like I say, I gotta
Trey
go-
Wright
I
is
gotta-
playing at a
Yeah.
phenomenal level. He's
Yeah,
only a
nice,
sophomore.
Nice.
Yeah. And he a hooper, too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Point guard.
Like that. You know what I'm
Coming
saying?
down, dunking on there.
Everybody on board's head,
That's
man.
crazy.
Real quick, this will be the last one we talk about. South Oak Cliff. Well, first of all, let's get to Melissa Argyle. What y'all think about them?
Melissa quarterback.
I know. Yeah, he's out for the
He's
half.
so dynamic. But
Yeah.
one thing I say, I told my friend.
Brett Holloway.
I
Yeah.
told my buddy is our guy better put up points because
Yeah.
at 14 he can come chase that.
No doubt.
He's that electric.
Yeah, he is.
So 14 ain't it's not going to be a blink.
But I'll tell you what, Argyle's offensive line is huge this year.
Huge.
You know what I'm saying? I watched them against Walnut Grove, and they playing at a high level. You know what I'm saying?
Just Melissa's so dangerous because the quarterback any play can go to the house.
Right.
With that scrambling and then the running, it just people hate to play with a quarterback like that. Play against a quarterback like that because
Right.
if you out of position or one false step, house call.
Right.
That's him.
Right.
So it's kind of dangerous. Like I said, you really got to put some points up while he's not in the game.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
if it's 14, I
They
see
can
it.
make that up.
He can come get that.
You know what I'm saying? For sure. Now, the last one, South Oak Cliff travels down to Bryan to take on Port Neches Groves. You know what I'm saying? It's a rematch of last year. They played at SFA. Sock is Sock. You know what I'm saying? And I think they better than they was last year, deeper than they was last year. They playing at a high level. You know what I'm saying? That Terrell team that they waxed, that was a really good team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got a really good running back in Julian Ashley. He's only a sophomore. You're going to know that name pretty soon.
I've seen his numbers.
Yeah, he nice. You know what I'm saying? Talk about this game.
Man, I like Sock.
Okay.
I like the physicality. I like the attitude of Coach Todd. It just meant the team, in battles, everything he believes in. So
Absolutely.
I just like Sock, man. And I don't see nothing until they get to the championship and play Randall.
Absolutely. Well, Randall got to deal with our colony now.
No, but I don't want to jump ahead on that because our colony, I like them.
Yeah. Okay.
I really like them.
Okay.
I saw that first game.
Yeah.
And our colony got something.
Yeah.
And they got something serious.
They got something serious.
Like I said, Sock gonna be there waiting for whoever come through.
Whoever come through. Yeah. What you think, Fast?
I got Sock.
Okay.
I like the culture and the competitiveness they bring to every
game. Yeah.
Physicality.
Yeah. Well, they call it the death row defense for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And they lights out.
Oh,
and they coming.
Jamar Phillips, man.
Yes. Yeah. Jamarian Phillips is a guy.
Man, Phillips, man.
Yeah.
Phillips is a man child out there.
Yeah, he is.
He gonna bring it. And then you got what? Who playing safety?
Isaiah Udom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, like we know them boy. Like
absolutely.
I gotta go with Sock.
Absolutely. Well, you know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, I wanted to, I normally don't touch on controversial subjects, but, the big uproar this on the internet this week is what color gloves people wearing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're not the only team in Texas that does that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, the fan base of Port Neches Grove is kind of taking this thing and ran with it. Man, who cares what color the other team's wearing? You got a ball. You know what I'm saying? And first of all, the fans ain't playing the game.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? This is up to the coaches and the players, the outcome of the game. But y'all got to stop this with the color glove stuff. That's just weak and it's whack. Ain't nothing the UIL can do about that. Who cares what uniforms they wear? Play the game for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to play mind games.
I know they are.
But mind games are going to put more points.
Right. And I don't have a dog in the fight, but I just thought that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
When you do that kind of stuff and bring up stuff like that, it don't even matter.
It don't matter.
They got a chip on their shoulder anyway.
Absolutely.
But now you just irritating them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Go from there.
I hope everybody in the stands wear purple for that more. You know what I'm saying? It's things like that there's no need to really address those things. But, and I normally don't talk about stuff like that, but I was going to talk about it today because I think it's ridiculous. I've been around the game long enough where I've seen that. And then this starts at the youth level. You know what I'm saying? You can go to a youth game and they're going to wear the opposite team what they're doing.
All the time.
All the time. Yeah, mouthpiece and all.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
That's just a thing, and it has nothing to do with anything. There's no relevance in it.
But the thing about that is, don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
You poking.
Yeah.
Them people already got a great team.
Yeah.
And you just irritating them.
Absolutely.
Why? And
it's the fans. It's not anybody. It's not the coach. I know. I'm just saying. It's not the coaches and the players. They have nothing to do with this. But this soon as the clock hits 0 on both games, this is what what's going on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Why we got to have And did they say anything about that to the rest of the people they were playing?
The thing about that is, man, they're gonna carry it to the field.
Absolutely.
And them kids gonna come out hair on fire.
Absolutely.
So be careful.
Yeah.
Who you poke.
Be careful what you wish for.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, because like I say, all you doing is irritating right now.
Absolutely. Man, but listen, I appreciate y'all sharing a little time, man. And we'll do this again before you sign. Once you commit, you know what I'm saying? We'll do this again. But tell everybody where they can follow you at on social media.
You can follow me on Twitter at Jayshon Gibson 3. You can also follow me on Instagram at IamJayshon_1.
And but listen, if you don't know this guy now, you know him now. All you got to do is pull up the film. This is one of the top 27 running backs in the state of Texas. He came through. He hit his mark. Definitely on the field this year. And shout out to your family, man. Y'all been doing a wonderful job. Man, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. That's all we got for you today. We're going to be out and about. I'm leaning to a few places. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to probably have to flip a coin because there's too many great games. You know what I'm saying?
All of them good.
Man, absolutely, man. Shout out to everybody who tapped into the On Your Mark show today. Shout out to my guy, Pastor Tutson. You know what I'm saying? My guy, shout out to Coach Lee Feaster. You know what I'm saying? My guy, Wig versus David. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to my guy, Jamar, down in H-Town, and my guy Tristan as well. J-Rock out in Abilene. Shout out for tapping in today, man. Y'all go share this, man. This was a great episode. You definitely want to tap in with this young man. He's one of the best running backs in the state of Texas. That's all we got for you. We'll be back next week right here from the Fishbowl Radio Network, the On Your Mark Show. We out.
Man, appreciate it.
Hey, this Manna Mike. I'm not sure what you own, but this here is on the mark. Like a spiral from a 5-star recruit, we throwing darts, really focused. WD-40 couldn't stop the way we grind it. In the trenches, putting that work in, I relate to all my linemen. This is for the men, the boys do not belong here. Tiptoeing to the top, we doing cone drills. The hottest show in the world, you don't even gotta search. Steady putting in work, you see the sweat up on my shirt. They wasn't aware of us at first, we wasn't on their radar. Now every play that we make, they gon' say similar to a razor blade, we gon' stay sharp. The news ain't official if it's not on the mark.